work through the heat that may affect our video quality. That is a liner to first on an 0-2 pitch. It's caught by Phillips, and the game starts with a line out.
Number 34, Joey Basidio.
And it brings up Joey Basidio, the second baseman. So 1 up, 1 down. That was a hard hit ball on an 0-2 pitch, but the catch is made by MJ Phillips for the first out. Basidio steps in to face Ingram. The righty swings and lines one into right field, coming in and making the catch. 2 outs now. So 2 up, 2 down for Chase Ingram in the Express.
Jalen Hernandez.
And here comes the dangerous Jalen Hernandez, the first baseman. Hernandez out of Winthrop from Brooklyn, New York. 6-foot lefty, 205. Obviously, with this being the first postseason game, no stats from the postseason to give you. Hernandez, the left-hander, steps in to face Ingram, the righty. The pitch. Fastball, strike 1. It's 0-1. Winchester, well, they had to have a few different things work out in their way to get into the playoffs, and they worked out just perfectly for them. 0-1. That's in there. It's 0-2. Winchester had to defeat Purcellville in the final game of the regular season, and then they also had to have Newmarket lose to the last place Cardinals, which they did. 0-2, ground ball to first. Phillips stays down. He bobbles it, throws to first in time, according to the first base umpire. MJ Phillips able to knock it down, and a 1-2-3 first inning for the Express. Something we haven't seen in a very, very long time. Royals go 1-2-3 in the top of the inning. We go to the bottom of the first. Vincent Dulce Machio is on the mound for the Royals. We'll return after this on the Express Baseball Network. Back to Strasburg. We go to the bottom of the first. Express coming up to bat. They'll face Vincent Dulce Machio. Excuse me on the pronunciation. Trying my best there, even though struggled last time as well. A.J. Bianchina steps in, and the first pitch misses, ball 1. Lineup tonight for the Express. Leading off and playing second base, it's A.J. Bianchina. Batting second is Connor Chisholm. He's the left fielder. Batting third, Miles Curley, the DH. That's a strike. Batting fourth is Carter Schmidt, the center fielder. Batting fifth and playing third, it'll be Brooks Henderson. Batting sixth is the catcher, Logan Duff. Batting seventh and playing right field, it's Eddie Castillo. 1-1. That's in there, 1-2. Batting eighth is MJ Phillips, the first baseman, and rounding out the 9, the starting lineup submitted by manager Cullen Smith is the shortstop, Anthony LaSala. 1-2 to Bianchina, switch hitter out of UNC Charlotte. And a swing and a miss. So Bianchina indecisive on that swing, and he goes down for the first out here in the first. Here's Connor Chisholm, the left fielder out of Ole Miss. Chisholm hit well over 340 in the regular season. He didn't hit any home runs in the regular season. However, he did hit one in the All-Star game. He'll step in here and bat from the left side against the righty, Vincent. Swing and a miss. Got him on a nasty breaking ball, 0-1. So it looks like a pitcher's duel so far. The 0-1. That's low, 1-1. Defense tonight behind Dolce Macchio. Perrins in left, Derschlags in center, and Lafferty's in right. Kuehler is at third, Miller's at short, Basidio's at second, Hernandez is at first, and Pickett will do the catching, 1-1. That's in there, 1-2. Winchester ended the regular season exactly 500 at 20-20. They had the second tiebreaker over the Newmarket Rebels, 1-2. Swing and a liner, that's going to get over the head of the leaping shortstop. Miller tried to climb the ladder. It looked like he was going to come down with it for a second, but it just got over his head, and a one-out single for Strasburg here in the bottom of the first. So no surprise that Chisholm gets Strasburg in the hit column first. Strasburg with one of their more powerful lineups in place tonight. You've got guys like Curley, Schmidt, Duff, Phillips, Castillo. You've got some guys that can hit the long ball, and that's what you might need tonight. Curley's one of them. When he gets a hold of it, he'll drive it. Swings and lines one to left. That's going to go all the way to the wall, right on cue. It's going to stay in the park. Chisholm's on his way to third. The ball is cut off, and he is safe. And a one-out double for Miles Curley on a hard-hit line drive to left here in the first. So Curley not wasting any time as he gets on the first pitch fastball and drives it into the wall in left field.
From Randolph-Macon College, number 3, Carter Schmidt.
So second and third now with one out, and here's Carter Schmidt, the center fielder from Randolph-Macon. Looked like it could have been an outplay there at third. The way things have gone lately for Strasburg, where they just can't catch a break on the base pass, they seem to always be running into outs. The ball was cut off, and it ended up being a bang-bang play, but Chisholm got in there. So a big spot here early. Strasburg in another area they've struggled lately is with men in scoring position. The pitch. That's in there to Schmidt. It's 0-1. Dolce Macchio will work from the windup here. Runners on second and third with one out here, bottom first. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, quickly 0-2. Big spot here for Carter Schmidt in the Express in the first inning. These are the kind of plate appearances early that can really set the tone. Strasburg trying to flip the script and take an early lead themselves at home, 0-2. Swing, and that's fouled away. It's still 0-2. Schmidt was the hero the other night against Woodstock. He had a walk-off sac fly to right and a two-strike count. He just got enough of it. Strasburg base runner, for some reason, was going back to tag on that play, and it actually made it extremely close at home. So it's still 0-2 to Schmidt. Chisholm at third, Curley at second. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. And a huge punch out there for the Royals. 2 outs in the first.
Now batting the third baseman from Lackawanna College, number 41, Brooks Henderson.
So Brooks Henderson will look to pick up his teammate here. Henderson out of Lackawanna College. From Feaster, Pennsylvania. Feasterville, Pennsylvania. 5'8", righty, 180. And that's low. That's a huge, huge strikeout there for the Royals to get. Schmidt just couldn't lay off the breaking ball, and now they've got a chance to get out of this without any damage allowed in the run column. 1-0. Swing and a liner into right field. That's going to be down for a base hit. Strasburg will take the lead. One will score. Second runner comes to the plate. It's cut off by the first baseman, Hernandez, and it's 2-0 Strasburg here in the first inning. Huge 2-out, 2 RBI single for Brooks Henderson, and the Express lead the Royals 2-0 early.
Now batting the catcher from Randolph-Macon College, number 6, Logan Duff.
Big time base hit there, dropping it in front of the right fielder Lafferty, who is playing deep out there. He's still playing extremely deep. At a ballpark where the deepest part of the park is straightaway center at 365. Down the lines, it's just 300 feet. First pitch to Logan Duff, the catcher. He takes high, ball 1. Duff out of Randolph-Macon. 2 outs here, bottom of the first. Strasburg leading it. 1-0 coming to Duff. Runner goes. The pitch is popped up in the infield. Charging is Miller. Calling is Cooler. He will make the catch. And the inning comes to a close. But for a change, Strasburg leads 2-0 here at home after 1. 2 out, 2 RBI single by Brooks Henderson. And the Express lead it 2-0 as we go to the second inning here on the Express Baseball Network. Back to Strasburg we go to the top of the second inning. Express 2, Royals nothing here in this elimination game in the first round of the Valley Baseball League playoffs. It'll be Austin Lafferty coming to the plate, the right fielder for the Royals. The first pitch is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Austin Lafferty out of the University of Akron, 5'11" righty from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 0-1 from Chase Ingram. Breaking ball lined in the left. It'll be a base hit. It will drop in front of Chisholm. He'll get it in quickly, and a leadoff single for the Royals here in the bottom or the top of the second.
Now batting the catcher from Shenandoah University, number 30, Brody Pickett.
It'll bring up Brody Pickett, the catcher. Pickett out of Gainesville, Virginia, 6-foot righty, 200 pounds. And we've got a stoppage. It looks like a, I don't know if it's a gate or if it's a fan that they're looking at. Yeah, it's a guy blaring music down there.
I can't go get him. I'm going to tell him to go turn it off.
So somebody is blaring music with a bicycle down the left field line. Not sure what that's all about, but it'll be a runner at first and nobody out here for the catcher Pickett from Shenandoah, just up the road in Winchester. First pitch misses, ball 1. Beautiful night at the ballpark. Humidity is going to continue to tick up a little bit as we progress through, but temps in the low to mid 80s at first pitch. That is just low, 2-0. Well, the Royals have had the number of the Express, at least over the last 3 or 4 games, and especially here at this ballpark. Even the game that the Royals lost 20-18, it's a game they should have won, 2-0. Swing and a miss on a high fastball, 2-1. These two teams have traded blows throughout the year. Strasburg beat them a little bit towards the beginning of the year, but as of late, it has not been pretty. 2 balls and a strike to Pickett. Swing and a miss. He loses his bat, and it's stuck in the netting. Similar to what Sonny DeShera, the former Sanford and Auburn player, did for the Express. It is stuck in the net. And Pickett trying to throw his helmet, which would knock the bat backwards into the crowd. So let's see if we can get this bat unstuck.
It's got to go back the other way. Need a long pole.
You can see it there hanging.
It's not going to come through the net. It's too fat. It's got to go back.
So the bat will likely stay there like it did with Sonny D's. When he lost his, it was way higher, but it stayed up there the rest of the game. So the bat is still stuck there, hanging, as you can see it there. So a new bat will be brought out for Pickett. No need to stop the game for just a bat. But you do want to be aware if you're sitting in that area in the stands. So it goes down as a strike, a swinging strike, and it's 2-2. 2-2 to Birdie Pickett. Ingram sets and deals. Pitches in the dirt and all the way to the backstop. And a wild pitch moves the runner to second. The count is now 3-2 to Pickett. Three-two, nobody out here, top two. Strasburg leading Winchester 2-0. Payoff pitch on its way. Swing and a miss. He went up the ladder and blew the fastball right by him. And Chase Ingram picks up his first strikeout of the night here, now with one out in the second.
Charleston Southern University, number 24, Brock Cooler.
Here's Brock Cooler. Cooler, the third baseman. And the pitch is a ball, 1-0. Cooler out of Charleston Southern University from Colleyville, Texas. 6'1", righty, 210. Batting here with a man in scoring position with just one out. 1-0. Ingram deals. That's low, 2-0. Ingram with a very quick and easy first inning. I think it was about 7 or 8 pitches or so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 2-0 now. Hitters count for Cooler. And that's high, 3-0. Alex Perrin, the left fielder, is on deck for the Royals. .3-0. And that's inside, ball 4. So the Royals have men on first and second now with just one out. And here's Alex Perrin, the left fielder out of Elizabethtown College from Ashburn, Virginia. 5'8", 155, bats from the left side. And I think he's a newer member of the Royals. I don't recall him playing this season. He shows bunt and pops it up. Ingram charging off the mound. Basket catch is made, and there are 2 outs. That's a big out there as Perrin popped up the bunt. Didn't get the job done. 2 outs.
Now batting the DH from Kent State University, number 4, Peyton Ebbing.
It'll go down as a foul pop out to the pitcher. That's when it helps to have a guy that can play the field on the mound. He can make plays like that. Got off the mound and called off his teammates to make the catch. So 2 outs now. And here's Peyton Ebbing, the DH. Ebbing out of Kent State from Loveland, Ohio. 5'7", righty, 175. Ingram looking to work out of trouble here. Winchester looking for some magic. First pitch is a strike at the top of the zone, 0-1. Again, the other game being played tonight in the South, Culpeper is at Harrisonburg. The Turks are the defending champs in the Valley League, but Charlottesville won the South, and they have the best record in the league in the regular season. 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Oh and 2 to Ebbing. The pitch. Breaking ball. Good layoff there from Peyton. 1-2. So it's a ball and 2 strikes. Ingram sets and delivers. Breaking ball, check swing, did he go? No, he did not, according to the base umpire. Looked like he went around, but did not get the call with Strasburg, and Winchester gets second life. It's 2-2. That could be a huge check swing to go against the Express here in this inning. We'll see if Winchester can make him pay. I think if you're Ingram, you go right back to that pitch and get him to go around. Even though he may have gone around there anyways. 2-2. Swing and a chopper off the plate. It's going to be a tough play. Ingram sets his feet, throws to first, and it's perfect. A dot to first base by Ingram, and the inning is over. Winchester threatens but can't get anything across. We go to the bottom of the second. 2-0 Express here in game 1 of the playoffs. Winner take all on the Strasburg Express Baseball Network. Back to Strasburg. We go to the bottom of the second inning, and nearly hitting one out of the ballpark is Eddie Castillo as it just stays in left center. Well hit, but got under it just a tad bit.
Number 16, Matthew Phillips.
And Castillo nearly comes up with a big hit on the first pitch of the inning. Instead, it stays in the park. If that's hit to left or right down the lines, it would be gone. But instead, a deep fly out as the catch is made out there by Derschlag for the first out. Here's MJ Phillips. He's been getting some time in the lineup lately, and he's been swinging it well. The first pitch is a strike. It's 0-1. MJ out of Towson University from Norfolk, Virginia. 6'2 lefty, 215, 0-1. Swing, and that's hit down the left field line, and that's going to drop foul. It's quickly 0-2. So Castillo just missing a home run to start the inning. That would have been another big swing for Strasburg. But Dolce Macchio able to keep it in the ballpark. 0-2 to Phillips. And that nearly hit him. Breaking ball way inside. He had to dart out of the way. 1-2. Phillips the batter, followed by Anthony LaSala the shortstop. 7-8-9 here in the Express lineup in inning number 2. 1-2, fouled back. He was right on that heater. Just has to straighten it out. We'll do it again at 1-2. Minimal breeze here at the ballpark on this Thursday night in Strasburg. Again, temps in the low to mid 80s at first pitch. 1-2, swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 outs here in the second.
That brings to the plate from the University of Pittsburgh, number 45, Anthony LaSala.
And it brings up Anthony LaSala, the shortstop out of Pitt. Again, a shout out to LaSala. He's one of these guys for the Express that was here last year, stayed the entire season all the way into the playoffs, and he's here this year doing the same. First pitch is a strike. It's 0-1. Ground ball to third. Routine play for Cooler. Third to first is in time, and a 1-2-3 inning for the Royals in the bottom of the second. We remain in a 2-0 ball game. Strasburg leads. We'll be back after this on the Express Baseball Network.
State University, the shortstop, number 16, Morgan Miller.
We go to the third here from Strasburg. It'll be 9-1-2. Morgan Miller, Connie Derschlag, and Joey Bazidio due up for the Royals. They'll face Chase Ingram starting his third inning of work. Ingram so far has allowed no runs on a hit. The pitch. That's in the dirt, ball 1. Strasburg 2 runs in the first thanks to a 2-out, 2 RBI single by their third baseman, Brooks Henderson. 1-0. And that's fouled away, 1-1. One, and that is line fair down the third base line, and this will be extra bases. Miller rounds first, he's in the second. That ball just got over the head of the third baseman, Henderson. And a leadoff double for the Royals here in inning number 3.
Center fielder, number 14, Connie Derschlag.
And it brings up Connie Derschlag, the center fielder. So a big leadoff double to start this third inning. Runs, every run you can get, huge in games like this, especially a winner-take-all where your season is dependent on winning this ball game. So Derschlag, who lined out to first on an 0-2 count, or in an 0-2 count his first time up will bat. He's a dangerous hitter, one of the better hitters in this Winchester lineup. He's at a high point, the pitch. Breaking ball, finds the corner, 0-1. Outfield pretty deep for the Express. The 0-1. And that is called ball one. Again, both of these teams have been hit very hard with roster departures throughout the season. 1-1 misses, evidently inside, 2-1. Last two pitches are very, very close. Two one, and that is popped up in foul territory. Phillips backtracking towards the warning track, looking up, and it's in the bullpen foul. 2-2. Two. And a ground ball to the left side. LaSala picks it up, and now he kicks it down the line. A run will score. It's 2-1, and reaching first safely is Derschlag. So a single and an E6 will be the official scoring. And just like that, it's 2-1.
Second baseman number 34, Joey Presidio.
So no RBI for Derschlag. So now a man at first with nobody out for Basidio, the second baseman, lined out his first time up. Ingram looking for a double play ball. Runner goes. The pitch is a strike, and the throw to second is way off the mark. LaSala makes the catch behind the bag to keep it from going to the outfield. Stolen base for Derschlag now, and the tying run is a base hit away. Still nobody out here in the third. In this Winchester team, even though they've lost a lot, they can still swing it. And they have shown that in the second half of the season. Wouldn't be shocked to see Derschlag try to go again, 0-1. That's right there for a strike. Presidio backing off the plate, but it's there, 0-2. If you're the batter here, you just want to move the ball, get the ball to the right side of the field and get your runner to third. 0-2 is a fastball, and that just misses again, 1-2. Ingram not missing by a lot. A lot of these pitchers are very close, but he's just not getting them right now. One-two is a strike three called, and that is the first out here in the third inning. So a big punch out there for Ingram, and it brings up Jalen Hernandez, the first baseman. He hit one hard to Phillips over at first his first time up. Phillips was able to knock it down and toss it to Ingram, covering for the 3-1 putout. Bats here with a man at second and one out in the third as Winchester trails 2-1. Long check in the pitch. And that's outside, ball one. Appreciate everyone tuning in here tonight. Game one of the playoffs, winner-take-all elimination game. If you're joining us on Facebook or YouTube, make sure you go into the settings of the live stream and put it on 1080p. That is the highest definition. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Hernandez blown by with the fastball, 1-1. One's outside, 2-1. These two teams have had some good playoff battles over the last 5 or 6 years. Obviously, this is the first time ever for the new playoff format with the one-game play-in, but They've had some good series over the years. Some crazy endings right here in this ballpark. 2-1, that's a ground ball to second. Bianchina will play it on a hop. He'll throw to first in time there, 2 outs. The tying run moves to third now for the Royals. Brings up Lafferty, who singled his first time up.
Fielder number 35, Austin Lafferty.
Lafferty with a single, got the second on a wild pitch, but was stranded there in the second. He singled to left. His only time up. Both teams with 3 hits apiece here. Ingram trying to work out of this jam and hold it to the 1 run after the leadoff double. The pitch. Breaking ball. Strike 1. 0-1. Lafferty out of Akron. That's outside. Not a bad pitch from Ingram. It's 1-1. Seem to be getting the high pitches more than the outside pitches right now if you're Ingram. This will be the 44th pitch of the outing for Chase. And that barely misses again, 2-1. That's high, 3-1. Three-1 now to Lafferty. Brody Pickett, the catcher, would be next for the Royals. And ball 4. Went with a 3-1 breaking ball and it missed.
The catcher, number 30, Brody Pickett.
So now Pickett will come to the plate. First and third, 2 outs. Pickett got his bat stuck in the net his first time up and then struck out a few pitches later. And we've got a meeting to the mound. Phil Betterly will come out and talk to the infield. We'll step away briefly and return in just a moment. All right, meeting is over on the mound, and Ingram will get back ready to get on the rubber and try to get this final out here in the third inning. Winchester with 1 run so far in the inning, cutting their deficit in half. And they've got men on the corners with 2 outs. Pickett steps in. Again, he's a catcher out of Shenandoah. Struck out back in the second. And he takes a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Here in the inning for Winchester, a double, a single with an error, a stolen base, a strikeout looking, a ground out, and a walk. Oh, 1 is in the dirt. Runner moves to second. He's going to stop and try to get into a rundown, but Strasburg not going to play that game. So it'll be, I don't know if he was running on the pitch or not. He was. So it'll be a stolen base for Lafferty. And now a base hit could give Winchester their first lead of the game if Ingram can't get Pickett out here. Lafferty at second and Derschlag at third. 1-1. Up and in, 2-1. Again, Ingram has not thrown in a game for the Express in a very long time. But he makes the start here in this elimination game, 2-1. Called strike 2-2. Ingram, when he did pitch this year, was very solid. Was, I guess you would say, either the number 1 or number 2 pitcher for the Express most of the year until he stopped pitching for a while. He has been playing the field some and hitting. Big pitch here, 2-2 to Pickett, and a ground ball to second. Bianchina stays down, he fields, he throws, and they get the out, and that's a big one. Pickett hit it on the screws, but Bianchina able to make the play, and the Royals strand their men at second and third here in the third. Winchester does score 1, but they trail 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the third, and the Express send their 1, 2, 3 hitters up, and we return on the Express Baseball Network. A.J. Bianchina leads off for the Express as we go to the bottom of the third inning here. Winchester trailing the Express 2-1. Bianchina, Chisholm, and Curley due up. A.J. struck out swinging his first time up, and he swings and skies one to deep right field, but it's well foul. That ball's way gone, but foul. So we'll do it again at 0-2. And just getting a piece. Vincent Dolce Machio and an 0-2 count. Shakes off 1, shakes off 2. Make it 3 and 4 and 5. Now he gets one he likes. The pitch, swing, and that's fouled away towards the parking lot. And a young man goes down trying to chase the ball. Lost his sunglasses too. That one's going to sting. Still 0-2 to Bianchina. That's high, 1-2. Well, one thing about Winchester's starting pitcher tonight, he's logged a lot of innings coming in. I believe he was at, I want to say, 28 or 30 innings on the season so far. 1-2. And that is lined in the right center. That will be down for a base hit. Lafferty has it fall in front of him. And that is a leadoff single for Strasburg here in the bottom of the third. It's A.J. Bianchina.
Number 48, Connor Chisholm.
Always good to get on in front of Connor Chisholm. So Chisholm, who singled and scored back in the first, will bat here with his man at first and nobody out. That ball was in the air a good bit. I thought for a second the catch was going to be made. This is a ground ball to short. Could be 2. They go to second for 1. The ball's thrown away past the shortstop, trickling into right field, and a huge break for the Express. Too nonchalant there by the shortstop, Miller, just trying to kind of sling it at Basidio. It turns into an error, and the Express have men on the corners with nobody out on what should have been an easy out at second base.
Now batting the DH, number 42, Miles Curley.
So Bianchina moves all the way to third base right there on a huge, huge error by the shortstop, Morgan Miller. First error for Winchester, and now 1st and 3rd, nobody out for Miles Curley. That's a play that has to be made if you're Winchester. Curley swinging at the first pitch again, fouls it off the netting. It rolls all the way back to him in the box. It's 0-1. Miles with a screaming double down the left field line his first time up. He came around to score following the 2 RBI single by Henderson. 0-1 to Curley. Just trying to drive one to the outfield and get a run in. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Went with the breaking ball there, and I think if you're the Winchester starter, you want to stick with the all-speed stuff. He's a fastball hitter, and when he gets one, he crushes it. Dolce Machio sets and delivers, and that's high, ball 1. Don't know, kind of surprised we haven't seen Chisholm try to take off here. Again, earlier in the year, Strasburg crazy aggressive on the bases. Obviously some different personnel in there now, but wouldn't mind to see him in motion here. 1-2. That's high, and it's 2-2. So a single and an E6 to start this inning for the Express here in the bottom of the 3rd. Trying to get that run back that they allowed in the top half. Again, down the lines here at Strasburg, just 300 feet. 2-2, and that's popped up in foul territory. Hernandez giving it a look, but it's out of play into the bleachers and nearly hitting a fan. Might have gotten one on the ricochet. It's still 2-2.
Please return all foul balls to the train station in exchange or get a free spot. Thank you.
And that's in the dirt, blocked nicely by the catcher Pickett, 3-2. So payoff pitch here coming. I think here at this spot, you've got to send Chisholm. Because Curley could hit it on the ground. You want to stay out of the double play. 3-2, he does not go, and it's a swing and a pop-up. And thought it was going to be playable, but it's not. It's going to bounce and hit one of our purple trash cans on the bounce. Still 3-2. So it'll be another 3-2 coming up. 1st and 3rd, nobody out. Bottom 3 for the Express. Miles Curley is the batter. 3rd to 1st, and Chisholm back in. Curley out of the College of Central Florida, 6-foot righty, 215 from Largo, Florida. Three-two again. And a swing and another pop-up. Is it going to be playable? Again, a similar spot. Watch the trash can, and it's nearly hit at the same exact spot. It bounces about a foot ahead of it, and we'll do it again at 3-2.
Never mind, you can keep that one.
That's pretty amazing. I mean, almost an identical spot on the foul ball there. Strasburg fans are telling him to hit it straight, hit it over the fence. 3-2 again. Swing and a miss. And a big punch out there, 1 out in the 3rd.
Center fielder number 3, Carter Schmidt.
Brings up Schmidt, who struck out swinging his last time up with men at 2nd and 3rd and 1 out. Schmidt trying to come up big right here. 1st and 3rd and just 1 out. Curley at first, Chisholm, the runner at first. It is dropped in the center. It's going to be called. Runner will tag. No, it's not. It's going to be dropped. Now they're going to call him out at 2nd, but a run does score. It's 3-1. At first, it looked like he had laid out to catch it. Chisholm had gone back to the base, which is understandable because it looked like he had called it but then the ball popped out of Derschlag's glove. It'll be a fielder's choice, and it's 3-1 Strasburg. So Bianchina comes in to score. And here's Brooks Henderson.
Number 41, Brooks Henderson.
So it'll be scored a fielder's choice and an RBI for Schmidt. And it brings up Brooks Henderson, who had the big 2-out, 2 RBI single back in the first. And he swings and lines one to left, but it's going to be right to the left fielder, Perrin, to make the catch. Hit it on the screws, but it results in an out. Strasburg, however, does get their run back. It's back up to a 2-run lead, 3-1 as we go to the fourth here on the Express Baseball Network. Strasburg 3, Winchester 1. We go to the top of the fourth here from First Bank Park. It'll be Brock Cooler leading off, and the first pitch is low from Chase Ingram, ball 1. Strasburg 2 in the first, and then Winchester and Strasburg both exchanging a run. And last half inning, that ball is hit a mile high into the sky, left field side, but making the catch is the third baseman Henderson to make the first out here in the fourth. So a high pop-up for Cooler for the
Left
first
fielder,
out.
Number 6, Alex Perrin.
Here's Alex Perrin, the left fielder. He came up in a big spot in the second inning. He tried to bunt and popped it up, and Ingram, the pitcher, came off the mound and made a heck of a catch in foul territory. Perrin takes a strike. It's 0-1. That other playoff game going on tonight in the Valley, that is a 7:30 start. We'll update you on that in a little bit. 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. No score from that Culpeper-Harrisonburg game, top of the second inning there. That game is in Harrisonburg. 0-2. Swinging a ground ball right side. Bianchina picks it up, throws, and got him. Nice play over there again by A.J. Bianchina. An 0-2 count. Perrin able to put it in play, but he grounds out for out number 2.
Now batting the DH, number 4, Peyton Ebbing.
And it brings up Peyton Ebbing, the DH. He hit one to the right of the mound his first time up, and Ingram had to make a heck of a play to get off there, field it, and throw a laser to first base. Ebbing takes outside, ball 1. Swinging a ground ball left side, charging Henderson, sets, throws, in time. It brought Phillips off the bag, but he applied the tag, and the inning is over. Winchester goes 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Express coming up as they lead this elimination playoff game 3-1 on the Express Baseball Network. And back to Strasburg. First pitch swinging and dropping it into the glove and right field is Logan Duff as he got it off the end of the bat. Lafferty comes in to make the catch for the first out. So 1 pitch, 1 out. And Eddie Castillo, the right fielder, will step up. Castillo nearly hit a home run on the first pitch he saw tonight. This time he takes a strike and it's 0-1. So Castillo will be followed by MJ Phillips here in the bottom of the 4th. 0-1. That's outside, 1-1. Eddie Castillo is out of San Jacinto College North from Tallahassee, Florida. 5'9" righty. I think he had finished with 5 or 6 home runs in the regular season. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball. Got him to go after it. It's 1-2. A little bit of movement in the Winchester bullpen. Got a couple of guys moving around. Not a lot of options to pick from. The roster size is very minimal for Winchester. 1-2. Swing, and that's popped up foul. That's going to avoid the trash can and go towards the Little League field. Still 1-2. Might hit the bleachers. Winchester trying to keep it right here to 3-1 game. Castillo takes way off the plate, 2-2. 3 runs on 4 hits and an error so far for the Express. For Winchester, 1 run on 3 hits and 1 error. Again, Strasburg, the number 2 seed, Winchester, the number 3. Castillo takes outside again, and just like that, the count fills up at 3-2. Strasburg went 1-2-3 in the second. And Castillo fouls it off. We'll see this battle continue. And Strasburg was really the best team in the North Division for a majority of the season. Towards the end, they kind of fell off as Castillo swings at ball 4 and is down on strikes for the second out. 2 outs now. So that's why they are the number 2 seed and not the number 1 seed. Purcellville played very well down the stretch, and Strasburg did not. So 2 outs here in the 4th, and here's MJ Phillips, the first baseman, struck out swinging his only time up. And he takes a strike, 0-1. So good rhythm here for Dulce Machio, the starter for the Royals. That's fouled away, quickly 0-2. Royals will have 9-1-2 due up in the 4th, just as they did in the 3rd. Excuse me, they will have, 9-1-2. O2 is up and away, 1-2. And 2-2. So we're seeing back-to-back ABs where Dulce Machio gets ahead and then misses with some fastballs up and away. 2-2, that is hit hard to first. Stopping it is Hernandez, and he will take it himself. That is self-preservation right there. Takes it to the bag, 3 unassisted. The inning is over. Strasburg goes down 1-2-3 as they lead it 3-1 as we go to the 5th here on the Express Baseball Network. And off we go to the top of the fifth here from Strasburg as the scoreboard has been cleared all the way off somehow.
1:57, 1:58.
But it's 3-1 our score.
You must have put it in 11th or 12th inning.
And Morgan Miller, who doubled his last time up, will bat. And the first pitch misses, ball one.
The deputy's leaving now. She's sitting on the softball field.
Maybe you hit 5 too hard and we're in the 55th inning.
1-0 count to Morgan Miller. And that's way inside 2-0.
2-0, Jay. 2-0, Jay. 2-0. Yeah, I figure you probably put it in an inning beyond 10.
Here in this elimination game in the playoffs. 2-0. That is lined to short and right at La Sala. An Adam ball. And the catch is made by Anthony. 1 out here in the fifth. And here comes the top of the lineup. Connie Derschlag, the center fielder.
Connie Derschlag.
Derschlag is never an easy out. In fact, he singled his last time up. Then he stole second base. Got to third before he was stranded out there. Chase Ingram deals, and a breaking ball is outside, ball one. One-0. Breaking ball. This time it falls in for a strike. 1-1. Again, Chase Ingram, the starter tonight for the Express, out of the University of Alabama, Birmingham. 1-1. Fastball hit to second, picked up on the hop by Bianchina from the edge of the infield and in time. Another hard hit ball, but Bianchina making it look easy out there at second. 2 up, 2 down here in the fifth for Winchester. And here is Basidio, the second baseman.
Second baseman, number 34, Joey Basidio.
Basidio out of Eckerd College. 5'11", 165. He takes a strike, 0-1. Basidio tonight 0 for 2, a line out to right in the first, strikeout looking in the third, 0-1. That's in there, quickly 0-2. Ingram has gotten hit around a little bit tonight in 0-2 counts. He throws a breaking ball this time that almost hits us. Almost hit our scorekeeper in the coconut. Hey, I remember my first years here too. I used to react to that very badly. 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Ingram gets the punch out on a breaking ball out of the zone. And the Royals go 1-2-3 in the top of the fifth. Strasburg 3, Winchester 1. We go to the bottom of the fifth. The Express will send up 9-1-2 when we return on the Strasburg Express Baseball Network.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 5th inning. This is Lincoln taking over for just a couple moments here while Kyle deals with something. That is strike 2. It's quickly 1-2 now to the 9-hitter Anthony LaSala. He grounded out to third his first time up. That one's lined into left, and it is going, gone. It's a home run, Anthony LaSala. I get to work one at bat, and he sends it over the left field wall. It's 4-1 Express here in the bottom of the 5th. What a swing from LaSala. That one carried and got out with room to spare. And in a must-win game, the Express have come to play on both sides of the ball. And that'll bring up A.J. Bianchina now. That one's fouled off behind the plate. That one's popped into left and down for a base hit. Bianchina turns first. He will stop, and it's a base hit here with still nobody out in the bottom of the 5th.
Left fielder number 48, Connor Chisholm.
My apologies for this score bug on the screen. I'm not sure how to move it.
Working hard is Lucas Rhodes. Big round of applause to Lucas.
All right, there, I got it away. That is strike 1 to Chisholm. He hit a homer, man.
Connor Chisholm, the batter, and he swings and fouls one off, and the count is 0-2. And that pitch misses, ball 1. So 4-1 Strasburg. Now 6 hits. That Anthony LaSala home run. And then the Bianchina base hit, 1-2. That misses, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Chisholm. And the pitch. And that's high, 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes now to Connor Chisholm. Man at first, nobody out. The pitch. Swing and a miss and a rare strikeout for Chisholm. 1 out here in the 5th inning.
The DH, number 42, Miles Curley.
And it brings up Miles Curley, the DH. Big thanks to Lincoln Burkholder for jumping on the mic for the first hitter. First couple hitters of the inning, including that home run by LaSala. All right, here's Miles Curley. Curley, a strikeout his last time up. Runner goes. The pitch is hit in the center. Falling quickly, and the catch is going to be made. Derschlag will just throw it back to second as Bianchina has to retreat back to first. 2 outs now here in the 5th. And here comes Carter Schmidt, the center fielder.
Number 3, Carter Schmidt.
For Anthony LaSala, a big home run for him. And the lead up to 3 for the Express. 2 outs for Carter Schmidt. And that's a strike, 0-1. Bianchina with that base hit a couple hitters ago here in the 5th is now 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Schmidt the batter with Brooks Henderson on deck. The 0-1. That's high, ball 1. Well, there is some bullpen activity. Looks like number 28 getting hot for Winchester down there. That would be an unknown player. McGuire. Colin McGuire. That's low. Yep, Colin McGuire getting hot for Winchester, a 6-foot righty out of Lynchburg College from Cross Junction, Virginia. 2 balls and a strike now to Schmidt. Swinging a liner, that's going to be foul off the end of the bat. Thought he might have broke it for a second, but it appears it's still in one piece. So the count is 2-2. Two coming up here to the Strasburg center fielder out of Randolph-Macon. And a step off throw to first. Bianchina back in extremely easily. Two. And that's a chopper back to the mound. Dolce Macchio throws to first in time, and the inning is over. But Strasburg adds another run thanks to a leadoff home run by Anthony LaSala, the shortstop out of Pitt. We go to the 6th here in this elimination game. Strasburg 4, Royals 1 when we return on the Express Baseball Network. All right, new pitcher for Strasburg here. They're going to the bullpen, top of the 6th inning. It'll be their former starting pitcher in other games, Logan Waldschmidt. And the first pitch from Waldschmidt misses, ball 1. Logan, 6'4" righty out of Pasco Hernando Community College from Sarasota, Florida. And he will take over here with his team leading 4-1 in the top of the 6th inning. Jalen Hernandez leads off. The count is 1-0 and now 1-1. Hernandez tonight 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs. Final line for Strasburg starter Chase Ingram. He went five innings, just 3 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. 1-1 from the righty Waldschmidt as he works from the stretch. And that is lined past the right first baseman Phillips in the right field. And a leadoff single for the Royals here in the top of the 6th inning. So Hernandez is on for the first time tonight, and here's Austin Lafferty, the right fielder. Lafferty, a single and a walk tonight. 4 hits now for Winchester. Waldschmidt will look to try to roll up a double play ball here. And that's in there, 0-1. Talked about Ingram being either the 1 or 2 on this team. Well, Waldschmidt's the other part of that interchangeable 1 or 2 as far as the top of the rotation for the Express. 0-1. Breaking ball, it's a dandy in there for a strike quickly, 0-2. Lafferty, the batter, will be followed by Birdie Pickett and Brock Cooler. See what kind of pitch Waldschmidt can make right here, 0-2. And it's hit into right field. Moving to his left is Castillo. He'll make the catch. And firing into first, nearly a double play. I don't know what Hernandez was doing there. He was way too far off the bag and nearly gunned out at first. He played that very nonchalantly, but it's just the 1 out on the fly out. But a good throw there from Castillo, and don't know what that was all about, but here's Birdie Pickett, the catcher. Pickett, strikeout and a ground out tonight. Hernandez at first, 1 out, 6th inning. And a breaking ball that misses, ball 1. Waldschmidt looking for that ground ball double play. Up and in, 2-0. And that is popped up. This could be in no man's land, and it is. It drops in front of the right fielder, Castillo. Waldschmidt made a nice pitch. Pickett got absolutely jammed, but it's first and second now with just 1 out.
24, Brock Cooler.
So 2 singles in the inning for Winchester. Here's Brock Cooler, the third baseman. He's 0 for 1. Flew out to left his last time. Could that be the rally starter for Winchester here? 1 swing could tie this game up. Alex Perrin is on deck. Pitch is outside, ball 1. Waldschmidt is a competitor, that's for sure. Again, the brother of the Waldschmidt that was drafted to the Diamondbacks from Kentucky in the first round of the draft this year. 1-0. Breaking ball, that's low, 2-0. And that's fouled back. 2 balls and a strike now. Score update from that Harrisonburg game. They're scoreless. 0-0, bottom 3 at Veterans Memorial Park in Harrisonburg. Thirteenth pitch coming up for Waldschmidt. And that's high, ball 3. 3-1 again. The Winchester left fielder Alex Perrin, who is 0 for 2 tonight, is on deck. And that's to the backstop. Ball 4. Excuse me. Duff made the catch, but it's ball 4. And the bases are full with just 1 out.
Left fielder number 6, Alex Perrin.
So not what you want to see if you're Strasburg after you go to the bullpen for the first time tonight. Leadoff single, then a one-out single and a walk. So Perrin, the left-hander, comes up here in a big spot in this game. One out, top of the 6th. Winchester trailing 4-1, but have the bases full. Again, Perrin fouled out on a bunt in the second, grounded out to second on a sharply hit 0-2 pitch his last time up. This right here could be a moment that we look back on, the 6th inning with one out and the bases full. Waldschmidt looks to work through this and limit damage. And that is fouled away, 0-1. Oh, 0-1 the count. And that's a ground ball to second. It's going to get one run in. They're going to go to first and get the out. It's 4-2, but there are 2 outs. So a productive AB there from Perrin as he gets the run in. Cuts the deficit to 2, and a single could tie this thing up.
The DH number 4, Peyton Ebbing.
So Peyton Ebbing now, second and third, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs so far. And he takes ball 1 low. Winchester now 5 hits in this ball game. One-0. Swing and a foul to the right and out of play, 1-1. Strasburg is set to send up 5, 6, 7 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Hoping it will just be a 2-run deficit, but a base hit here from Ebbing could change that rather quickly. And a home run would give them the lead. 1-1, swing and a foul tip held onto by Duff. It's 1-2. Waldschmidt looking for his best strikeout stuff right here. Biggest spot of the year for these two teams up until this point. One-two. That's in the dirt, blocked nicely by Duff. 2-2. On deck's the 9-hitter, Morgan Miller, the shortstop. He would be next if Ebbing keeps this inning alive. Strike 3 called. And Waldschmidt gets the strikeout looking, and that'll end it in the top of the 6th inning. Winchester scores a run, but they strand men on second and third, and Strasburg holds on to a lead. It's 4-2 as we go to the last of the 6th here on the Express Baseball Network. And then we go to the bottom of the 6th inning here in this winner-take-all between Strasburg and Winchester. Express lead at 4-2. Brooks Henderson leads off and swings and drives one in the air to left. Moving to his left is Perrin. He reaches up and makes the catch. Heck of a play out there, robbing Henderson of extra bases. And one out here in the 6th. It's a big out, number 1. Strasburg has been aggressive on the first pitch. Dulce Machio is still on the mound for the Royals. So one out now. Here's Logan Duff. He's 0 for 2. Strasburg trying to get that run back that they gave up in the top of the inning. Pitch to Duff, misses, ball 1. One out. That's low, 2-0. Dulce Machio has not walked a batter yet tonight, and he lines one up the middle. It's a base hit, and Logan Duff has his first hit of the game. It's now 7 for the Strasburg Express. Good piece of hitting there from Duff. We've got a visit to the mound by the Royals pitching coach. Hey, while we have a second, I'd like to give a shout out to Chris Klein. Chris is one of the Strasburg Express biggest fans and has only missed 2 home games since the team began playing in 2011. Tonight marks number 3. He is a patient in the local hospital, but we've been told he's watching from the hospital, and one of his biggest duties with the Express is he's the co-coordinator for our 50-50 drawing. So shout out to Chris Klein. We hate that you're not here tonight, Chris, but we hope you're watching and enjoying the game, and we hope to have you back to the ballpark very soon. Pitching change here from Strasburg. Royals are going to the mound, going to the bullpen. We'll tell you about the new arm right after this on the Express Baseball Network. New pitcher for Winchester with one out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It will be Colin McGuire, 6-foot right-hander from Lynchburg College out of Cross Junction, Virginia. And he will take over with Winchester trailing 4-2, and the Express with a man at first and one out. Eddie Castillo's the batter. He flew out to deep center field his first time up, struck out swinging last time. First pitch is high, ball 1. Can't complete the line yet for Dulce Machio, but he did go 5 1/3. He allowed 7 hits. He didn't walk a batter and struck out 6. 1-0. That's inside, 2-0. That's the pitch that Castillo swung and missed at last time up in a 3-2 count, so he does a nice job laying off there. And now this fastball hitter's in a fastball count, 2-0. That's in the dirt. Ball 3, and Duff steals second base. Good jump by Logan Duff. The pitch was a breaking ball down, and he snagged the bag. Pickett didn't have any chance. And now a 3-0 count to Castillo with the left-hander MJ Phillips on deck. 3-0 now. This would be the first walk of the night if McGuire threatened, I should say the first Winchester walk of the night. If he can walk him, if he does walk him, except he doesn't yet, that's a strike, 3-1. (3-1) and a pop-up. Foul territory, watch out, trash can. And it nearly got it again. It drops foul, 3-2. (3-2) count to Castillo. Duff at second. And the pitch. Swing and a pop-up in foul territory. Hernandez giving it a look, and it drops foul somewhere. Never saw it come down, but evidently over the fence. And we'll do it again at 3-2. So Strasburg may want to send a bill to Miles Curley and Eddie Castillo tonight for all the foul balls to the right side. At least you know where they're all at. They're on the right side. It's just a matter of how many have they hit out over there. A little bit of flag movement out there in left center. Payoff pitch coming again to Castillo, 3-2. And a swing and a foul tip into the glove. And there are 2 outs. Brings up Phillips.
16, Matthew Phillips.
MJ Phillips. MJ with a strikeout in the second and a ground out in the fourth. A single could get Strasburg that run back that they allowed. He takes right down the middle for a strike, 0-1. Winchester 9-1-2 due up in the 7th inning. It's currently a 4-2 game. Big runner on base for the Express. 0-1, McGuire, the righty, checks the runner and delivers. That's down and away on a breaking ball. Might have been a changeup. Pulling the string a bit, 1-1. That's up and away, 2-1 now. According to Winchester's lineup card, they have 5 more available players, pitchers and hitters combined. And a liner to right towards the bullpen and foul. Got out in front of it, and it's 2-2. It almost made it 4 left if that would have hit somebody down in the bullpen.
There's actually 5 people in the bullpen.
So the whole bench is in the bullpen, apparently. 2-2 coming up here to MJ Phillips, 4-2, bottom of the 6th. And that's a strike 3 called. Perfect pitch from the righty, Colin McGuire. And Strasburg cannot get that run back, but they hold a 2-run lead as we go to the 7th inning here in this elimination winner-take-all playoff game. We'll return after this on the Express Baseball Network. New pitcher as we go to the 7th for Strasburg. It'll be the right-hander Brody Slayton taking over. Express lead at 4-2. And Slayton takes the mound. Brody is a 6'6" right-hander out of Panola Junior College from Longview, Texas. And he'll take the mound here against Winchester's 9-1-2 hitters. Morgan Miller, Connie Derschlag, and Joey Bazidio. First pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Slayton, a high velocity guy. He's got a good fastball. He's got some life to it. 0-1. Breaking ball hit the second base. Charging. Throwing. In time, it is Bianchina, and there's one out in the 7th. One up, one down, back to the top of the lineup. It's Connie Derschlag, the center fielder.
Now batting number 14, Connie Derschlag.
Derschlag, a single, a line out, and a ground out tonight. Slayton looks in for his signs, the tall right-hander. From the windup, he kicks and deals. Breaking ball in there, strike one. Oh, 1, and that's hit off the end of the bat to second. Charging Bianchina, quick throw to first. 2 outs in the 7th. 2 outs now. So 2 outs now here in the top of the 7th inning for the Royals, and here's Bazidio, the second baseman. He's 0 for 3. He shows bunt, pulls back, and takes a ball, 1-0. Two-hitter Bazidio facing the righty Brody Slayton. Fastball, that misses evidently a little bit low, 2-0. Strasburg will have 9-1-2 due up in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He lost the bat. It hit the netting and fell out of the netting. It's 2-1. So 2 bats have gone flying into the netting. Pickett and now Bazidio. This one came out quickly, so no issue, but they might need a little more stickum or pine tar on that bat. The count is now 2-1. Slayton deals. Fastball, strike 2. It's 2-2. Brody Slayton out of Panola looking for the lockdown 1-2-3 inning here in the 7th. Bazidio stands in his way. 2-2. He kicks and deals. Fouled away. Went after the high fastball up the ladder, and we'll do it again at 2-2. 4-2 Express here in this elimination round 1 matchup. The winner of this game earns the right to face the Purcellville Cannons in a 3-game series beginning tomorrow night. 2-2. Breaking ball, that's outside. Missed with the breaker, 3-2. Payoff pitch will be coming up. And the dangerous left-handed Jalen Hernandez is on deck. He would be next if Basidio can keep this inning going. Really do not want to face Hernandez with a man on. Payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. Slayton gets the punch out, and a 1-2-3 inning for Brody Slayton and the Express. Time to stretch. Strasburg leads 4-2. Back after this as we head to the bottom of the 7th on the Express Baseball Network. Bottom of the 7th we go. It's Anthony LaSala. And a 2-0 count. Strasburg leading 4-2. He homered his last time up, and he is in the driver's seat here, 3-0, with nobody on to start this 7th inning. Colin McGuire still on the mound for the Royals. He will kick and deal the 3-0, and that is in there, 3-1. Strasburg trying to tack on some insurance runs. 3-1, and that is hit high. That is hit deep to left field. Looking up, and this ball is gone. Anthony LaSala has found his power stroke in the biggest game of the year. He hits another home run, back-to-back home runs and back-to-back plate appearances, and the Express now lead it 5-2. Anthony LaSala hit that ball a mile high into the air.
Second baseman, number 10, Anthony Bianchina.
LaSala, who I believe had 2 home runs all season during the regular year, hits 2 tonight in a huge spot. Here's Bianchina. And in that spot, McGuire would have been better just walking him, at least temporarily. Anthony LaSala, what a ball game. One and 0 the count. And Bianchina takes high 2-0. Was watching the left fielder Perrin. He was looking up. He didn't see it. 2-0 now. And that's high, and back-to-back 3-0 counts to start the 7th inning. If you're going to find your power stroke, an elimination game is the most important time to do so. 3-0, and taking off a lot of velocity. There's McGuire, but throws a strike. 3-1. 3-1 now to Bianchina. And ball 4. It's a walk following the leadoff home run. And Strasburg continues to be in business here in the 7th inning. And it brings up Connor Chisholm. We've got a meeting at the mound. Might have a pitching change here as McGuire has been struggling here in the 7th inning. And it looks like signal has not been made yet. They're gonna waste a little bit of time out there. And the pitcher will get to continue throwing some pitches down in the bullpen. And it looks like one of the better Winchester arms is about to come out of the bullpen. It would be Anthony Michaelis. And he will not be coming out of the bullpen yet. He'll just continue to get hot. So McGuire will continue on here. All right, so here's Chisholm. He'll step up. Nobody out, bottom 7. Thought a pitching change was coming, but it did not. Again, we appreciate everyone joining us. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, the best quality you can get in this video live stream is probably by watching on YouTube. Chisholm takes a strike. Just search up Strasburg Express and make sure you go into your settings and change your quality to 1080p. All right, Chisholm batting here. Struck out a rare strikeout last time. And he swings and fouls one off, and just like that, he's behind again. It's 0-2. So a leadoff home run here in the 7th by La Sala, his 2nd home run of the game, then a walk to Bianchina, and an 0-2 count for Connor Chisholm. (0-2) is the count. McGuire sets and deals, and that's fouled back. Chisholm stays alive. Connor out of Madison, Mississippi from Ole Miss. 5'10", lefty, 180. See if Bianchina takes off soon. He does not, and the pitch is low in the dirt, and he'll have to hold up at first. 1-2 now. May attempt to try to get to some history tonight a little bit later than usual. 1-2. And that's outside. 2-2. Well, one history note today. San Diego, the Padres, threw their 2nd no-hitter in franchise history, blanking the Washington Nationals 3-0. Dylan Cease going the distance for the Padres. 2-2, big jump. The pitch is low. Throw to second, not in time. And a stolen base for Bianchina. And that took discipline from Chisholm because it looked like he wanted to swing at that pitch, but it was down, and it allowed Bianchina to get the second. So now from 0-2 to 3-2. Baltimore made it close, but beat Miami 7-6 in 10 innings tonight. Detroit beat Cleveland 3-0. 3-2 to Chisholm. Payoff pitch. McGuire checks the runner at second and delivers. And a ground ball to second. This will get the runner over to third. Fielded, thrown, and in time. Basidio gets Chisholm for the first out, but Bianchina moves to third with just 1 out. And that will bring, I would think, the infield in for Winchester.
Now batting the DH, number 42, Miles Curley.
Some other scores around the league. Tampa Bay beat Toronto 13-0. Dodgers beat the Giants 6-4. Mets and Braves tied at 2 in the 7th. Athletics and Angels will play at 9:38. We've got a pitching change. McGuire going out, And Michaelis coming in will return with a new pitcher right after this on the Express Baseball Network. New pitcher here for Winchester in a big spot. It'll be the right-hander Anthony Michaelis. Michaelis out of Wake Tech Community College, 6'1" righty, 210 from Ashburn, Virginia. He'll face Miles Curley, and the first pitch is up and in, ball one. Infield is in for Winchester. They're going to try to cut down that runner at third base. It's 5-2 here in the seventh. Strasburg would love to make it 6-2. The 1-0 to Curley. Swing and a foul back. It's like a flying saucer up there. That pitch from Michaelis, 1-1. Just spins like a frisbee. Kind of an interesting arm slide. It's definitely deceptive, and Michaelis has good numbers in his short time with Winchester. So they're going for it here, bringing in a high leverage arm, 1-1. That's high, 2-1. Strasburg, 2 in the first, 1 in the third, 1 in the fifth, and so far 1 in the seventh. But the infield in trying to make it another one. 2-1 to Curley. Breaking ball, it's popped up. Third baseman going for it, makes the catch. 2 outs, and that's a huge pop out in foul territory.
Center fielder number 3, Carter Schmidt.
2 outs now, and here's Carter Schmidt. So a huge out number 2 right there as Curley couldn't get the job done. And now Schmidt will bat. He's due for a big knock tonight, 0 for 3 with an RBI in the third. He takes high, ball 1. Michaelis wondering where that was. He reaches his arm out saying, was that out? Winchester will have the meat of their lineup up in the 8th. It'll be 3-4-5. 1-0 to Schmidt. That's down and away, 2-0. Leadoff home run here in this inning by LaSala, then a walk, ground out, stolen base, and a fly out. 2-0, 3-0. Brooks Henderson's on deck. He's hit the ball well every single time he's been up tonight. He would be next if Strasburg can keep this inning alive. 3 balls and no strikes to Carter Schmidt. And that's ball 4. So that brings up Henderson, who's been swinging a hot bat. He's had solid contact all 3 times tonight.
Brooks Henderson.
Henderson singled in 2 runs in the first, lined out sharply in the third, and flew out sharply in the 6th. Here we go, first and third, 2 outs, and he swings and fouls one off the glove. It's 0-1. Huge spot here for the Royals, and Anthony Michaels out of the bullpen, trying to keep it at a 3-run ball game into the 8th inning. Schmidt at first, Bianchina at third, 0-1 to Henderson, and that's high, ball 1. Thing is, if you're Strasburg here, you want to make Winchester Hurler throw some pitches here in case they try to bring him out for the 8th or even the 9th if Strasburg were to hit. That's high again, but a called strike, 1-2. So now 1-2 to Brooks Henderson. And a balk is called. A balk is called, and a run will score at 6-2. In a 1-2 count, base umpire says Michaelis did not come set, and a gift for the Express, making it 6-2. Wow. Wow. That is unbelievable. Bianchina scores on the balk. Again, it was a 1-2 pitch. And now an argument, some discussion between the base umpire and the Royals dugout. But Bianchina scores on the balk, and Schmidt moves to second. Wow. Typically right after that happens, and now is recorded, and it's an extra sting to the opposing team. 1-2. Strike 3 called on the very next pitch. And the inning is over, but the Express score 2 runs. 2 big runs, and they now lead at 6-2. We go to the 8th here in this winner take all. Express 6, Royals 2. Back after this on the Express Baseball Network. Six to 2 Strasburg as we go to the top of the 8th. Brody Slayton will stay on the mound for the Express, and he'll face the meat of the lineup here for Winchester. 3, 4, 5, Hernandez, Lafferty, and Pickett. First pitch from Slayton. Ball low, 1-0. Final line for Colin McGuire for Winchester. He went an inning, allowed a hit, 2 runs. They were both earned. He walked 1 and struck out 2. Hernandez is 1 for 3 tonight, and that's to the backstop. Might have been scooped up, but regardless, it's a ball, 2-0. Slayton threw a 1-2-3 inning last half inning, a couple of ground outs to second, and a strikeout looking, and a 3-2 count. 2-0. That's in there. Slayton finds his own, 2-1. Kicks and deals. Swing and a foul back. Hernandez was late, 2-2. Slayton is the brother of Boston Red Sox reliever Justin Slayton. 2-2 the pitch. Swing, and that's fouled off as well. Towards the left side and out of play. Still 2-2. And his brother, he's got a serious fastball as well. So even pitch number 16 of the outing for Slayton through an inning plus. Hernandez tries to get on here for the Royals. 2-2. Swing and a ground ball foul near the base coach. He barely moved in time. Still 2-2. Again, the winner of this game will be at Purcellville tomorrow night to take on the Cannons in a best-of-3 series. 2-2, fouled away again, and Hernandez continues to battle here against Slayton. We got started tonight at 7:02 for about 2 hours and 6 minutes into play here tonight. Strasburg leading 6-2, top of the 8th inning, nobody out. And Slayton skips it in front of the plate. It gets up and bounces into the catcher, Duff. Slayton tried to rear back and give it everything he had, but it fell a little short, 3-2. Duff holding his left side like under his armpit area. All right, big pitch here. And a little chopper back to the mound. Slayton waits on it. He throws to first just in time, and there's 1 out here in the 8th. Hernandez just getting a piece of it. Slayton thought it was going to come to him a little bit more than it really did.
Number 35, Austin Lafferty.
It kind of died in the grass, but he finally was able to pick it up and sling it to first to get Hernandez for the first out here in the 8th. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Lafferty. He's 1 for 2. Lafferty, the righty, facing the righty Slayton. Swing and a liner, right field. Castillo back, makes the catch at the wall. 2 outs in the 8th inning for Strasburg. So 2 outs now, and here's Brody Pickett, the catcher.
Number 30, Brody Pickett.
Brody Pickett steps in here. The pitch. Swing. High fly right field. Castillo backing. He's got a beat and he makes the catch. And the Express are 3 outs away from moving on. We prepare to move on to the bottom of the 8th first. Strasburg 6, Winchester 2. We'll be back after this on the Express Baseball Network. Go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Strasburg coming to bat as they lead it 6-2. New pitcher for Winchester. It'll be Nick Lorenz taking over. And he'll face Logan Duff. First pitch, a wave and a miss. Was not expecting to get the slider away, but he got it. And swings and misses, 0-1. Nick Lorenz to the mound, 6-foot righty from the University of North Florida, out of Port Orange, Florida. Trying to keep it right here, 0-1. There it is again, swing and a miss, 0-2. It'll be Logan Duff, Eddie Castillo, and MJ Phillips, 2 up here for the Express. They are a combined 1 for 9 so far with a single. That was Duff, his last time up. 0-2. Don't think he threw anything but that same pitch. And he got a piece of it, past the mound, and dropped by the pitcher. And that'll be an error. Pitcher Lorenz had the baseball, and then he just dropped it. Second error of the night for Winchester.
Right fielder number 9, Eddie Castillo.
So Duff is on again, second consecutive plate appearance. And it brings up Eddie Castillo, the Strasburg right fielder. He's 0 for 3 with a couple of punch outs and a fly out. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Big lead at first. Swing and a miss. Duff thought about going. Kind of surprised he didn't at that point, but it's 0-2. Lorenz 0-2. And pretty good looking pitch, just missed inside. One, two, down and in. Got a Winchester fan heckling the umpire. I believe a Winchester fan. He's wearing green, but he's sitting in the Strasburg section of the bleachers. I won't speculate any further. 2-2 to Castillo. Duff with a big lead at first. It's outside, and it's 3-2. Score update from that other game over in the south. Culpeper leading Harrisonburg 4-1, bottom 5. Culpeper only their second year in the Valley League. I think they made the playoffs last year too. If not, they were very close. 3-2 and a foul back. They made it this year on a tiebreaker, just as Winchester did. They had a tiebreaker. Culpeper finished exactly the same as Covington did, but Culpeper got in, I'm assuming, because they had the head-to-head advantage. 3-2 to Castillo. Payoff pitch coming up. 10th pitch for Lorenz. And ball 4. Ball 4 according to the home plate umpire.
First baseman number 16, MJ Phillips.
And here's MJ Phillips. That pitch was extremely close, but no cigar for the Royals. First and second, nobody out. Phillips is 0 for 3 with a couple of punch outs. Wonder if he'll show bunt and try to get it down here. He does not. He takes a strike. It's 0-1. 6-2 is our score. Bottom 8. Strasburg trying to add some insurance before we head to the 9th inning, where they'll need 3 outs. That's low. 1-1. Winchester dugout not happy at all right now. They're asking where pitches are, and pitcher's asking where the ball is. Phillips does have power to right field, and he pops it up. Infield fly is called, and the catch is made it short by Miller. 1 out. And it brings up LaSala, who looked a homer for his 3rd consecutive plate appearance.
Number 45, Anthony LaSala.
Homered in the 5th and homered in the 7th. He'll look to do it again here in the 8th.
Too much to ask. He'd be okay.
Triple would be okay too. The pitch. That's in there, 0-1. Confidence is a big thing in sports, especially in the game of baseball where you're doing what, in my opinion, is the hardest thing to do in sports, and that's hit a baseball. Oh, 1. Breaking ball. It looked like he held up. He did. 1-1. When someone tries to argue that fact with me, I say, well, go into the MLB and face Paul Skeens throwing 100 with a pitch that never moves straight. It's never straight. 1-1. And he got under it. He popped it up into center. No infield fly. And with some miscommunication, it's going to drop in center. Shortstop thought he had it. Instead, miscommunication. It drops in center in front of Derschlag, and it goes down as a base hit. Miscommunication between Miller and Derschlag.
Number 10, Anthony Bianchina.
And the bases are full after a gift by the Royals. Shortstop thought it was his. Then he looked up, and Derschlag wasn't there. And suddenly the ball dropped down. So the bases are full now for A.J. Bianchina. He's been on his last 3 times. 2 singles, a walk, 2 runs scored, and a stolen base. Infield, third baseman's even with the bag. Pitch is ball 1. It's been the LaSalle game. That's for sure. Bianchina went around. Thought it hit him for a second, but it's 1-1. Winchester will send up 5, 6, and let's see, 6, 7, and 8 in the top of the 9th. Currently trailing 6-2. Strasburg trying to make it hurt a little bit worse here. Long look in by Lorenz. He finally comes set from the stretch, takes a deep breath and deals. That's a broken bat liner to the mound. It'll be a double play. And the Royals with a big double play score it 1-5. And Lorenz and Winchester gets out of it in the bottom of the 8th inning. But Strasburg holds on to a 6-2 lead as we go to the top of the 9th. Strasburg needs 3 outs to win it. We'll be back after this on the Express Baseball Network. Well, for all the marbles, here we go. The top of the 9th inning here on the 25th of July in 2024 in the first ever Valley League playoff play-in game. One game playoff to determine who moves on to play the Cannons. Strasburg up 6-2 as we start the ninth, and the first pitch from Slayton's to the backstop, 1-0. He will face Brock Cooler, Alex Perrin, and Peyton Ebbing, 6, 7, and 8 here in this Winchester lineup. 1-0. Slayton misses high, 2-0. Cooler, 2 walks tonight and a fly out to left. The pitch. 3-0. Three balls and no strikes. Cooler will be taking all the way here.
No, he hasn't found the plate or any, even seen zip code so far.
3-0 is the count. Again, Cooler, you have to think, will be taking. Fastball in there for a strike, 3-1. Ball 4 and a leadoff walk, the first leadoff walk of the night for the Express.
Left fielder number 6, Alex Perrin.
Phil Betterly comes to the mound to talk to Slayton here after the leadoff walk. Not what you want when you're almost to the end of things here. Well, the Royals bullpen, they're coming to the dugout. Receiving a round of applause. Pretty good crowd here tonight. Winchester always travels well. Strasburg, good crowd as always. Quick visit to the mound. We'll be right back. All right, visit to the mound is over. Here's Alex Perrin. He's 0 for 3 with an RBI his last time up. 6-2 here, top of the ninth inning. Slayton, the deal. And the first pitch misses, ball 1. Slayton came in the 7th. He's been in ever since. Ingram went the first 5. Waldschmidt went an inning. 1-0. And that's in there, 1-1. Slayton finds the strike zone with a high velocity fastball smacking the glove of Duff. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Play here in the top of the ninth inning. Royals batting. Slayton sets and deals, and a swing and a foul out of play. An emergency hack, to say the least, there from Perrin. But he stays alive, and it's still 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes. And a foul back. Staying alive is the Winchester left fielder, Alex Perrin. One, two, fouled back again. And the battle will continue at least one more pitch. It's now 32 pitches for Slayton through 2+ innings. 21 strikes, 11 balls. We'll do it again at 1-2. Breaking ball outside, 2-2. Strasburg trying to get Slayton through to the finish line here. 2-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Perrin goes down on strikes
Peyton Ebbing.
for the first out here in the 9th inning, and that's a huge first out for Brody Slayton and the Strasburg Express. And that will be it for Brody Slayton. So the Express will go to the bullpen with one out here in the 9th. We'll tell you about the new hurler after this on the Express Baseball Network.
Ebbing.
All right, Strasburg 2 outs away from advancing. They'll go to the bullpen. It'll be Gavin Lill, the right-hander out of Millersville. Lill, 6'3" righty from Winchester, Pennsylvania. He'll take over here with a man at first and one out. He'll face Peyton Ebbing, the DH, who is 0 for 3 tonight with 2 ground outs and a strikeout looking. First pitch from Lill. Fastball up and in, ball 1. One 0. Lill sets and delivers. Breaking ball, that's at the top of the zone, 1-1. Strasburg looking for 2 more outs to punch their ticket to the next round of the Valley Baseball League playoffs, trying to win this first ever elimination play-in game, whatever you want to call this. Winner take all, 1-1. Swing and a miss to the backstop. That run doesn't mean a whole lot. It's 1-2. So getting to second on the wild pitch is cooler. But the count is 1-2 to Peyton Ebbing. Lill finds one he likes, so come set. And the 1-2. Breaking ball misses down and away, 2-2. Brody Slayton went 2 1/3, didn't allow any hits. Walked 1, struck out 2, and the runner on second base is his responsibility. But a fantastic outing from the righty Slayton. 2-2. And that just misses low. Lill can't believe it. It's 3-2. Got to be careful here if you're Lil. You're at the 8-hitter. The top of the lineup is very soon. You don't want to mess around with those guys. You want to go right at them here. It'll be 3-2 to Ebbing. Morgan Miller, the 9 hitters on deck. And he struck him out swinging on a 3-2 ball out of the zone, a slider. And the Express are 1 out away from moving on.
Shortstop number 16, Morgan Miller.
2 outs now. And here comes Morgan Miller. He's 1 for 3. Strasburg, who had a great regular season up until the last 2 or 3 weeks of the year, started to beat themselves on a nightly basis, started to do things that they hadn't done all year. The first pitch is a strike, 0-1, but a team that still has some key pieces here in Strasburg as we wind down the end of the month and head towards August. And now this Express team, after falling to the number 2 seed, are just 2 strikes away from knocking off the Winchester Royals. The 0-1. Fastball just high. A Winchester team that Strasburg has looked flat out awful against as of late. But again, this Winchester team not the same as they were even just a week ago. 1 ball, 1 strike to Morgan Miller. Lil delivers. Swing and a miss, and the Express are a strike away from moving on and preparing for a series against the Purcellville Cannons. Lil will get onto the third base side of the rubber and look in for his sign. Miller trying to keep Winchester's season alive, a season that they've had a lot of ups and downs, but definitely have been playing well as of late. Lil, 1-2, the set and the pitch. Swing and a miss, ball in the dirt, tag is applied, and the Strasburg Express have done it. Strasburg is moving on to the next round of the Valley Baseball League playoffs as they knock off the Winchester Royals tonight by a final of 6-2. And Strasburg is moving on. They'll get ready to play a 3-game series against the Purcellville Cannons beginning tomorrow night.
7 o'clock at Purcellville.
Winning pitcher in this game is Chase Ingram. He went 5 solid innings, allowing 3 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. The loss goes to Vincent Dolce Machio. He went 5 1/3, gave up 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, no walks, and 6 strikeouts. And no, I don't believe there's a save here in this spot for the Express. But what a victory for Strasburg. As bad as they have looked over the last couple of weeks, they overcome all odds and beat a team that they really haven't been able to beat all season long. And they do it in the biggest game of the season as they knock off the Winchester Royals tonight by a final of 6-2. Strasburg ups their overall season mark to 23, make it 24-17. Meanwhile, Winchester's season comes to a close at 20-21. Tonight's game lasts 2 hours and 33 minutes, and Strasburg wins it by a final of 6-2. With this victory, that means we will be back here at least one more time here in 2024. Strasburg will be on the road tomorrow night to take on the Purcellville Cannons. That'll be a 7 o'clock start. It's a best-of-3 series, and that means we'll be back here on Saturday night for Game 2 of the North Finals between Strasburg and Purcellville. We want to thank everyone for joining us here tonight. The offensive player of the game in this one is Anthony LaSala for the Express. LaSala, 3 for 4, a single, 2 home runs, 2 big solo home runs, had a couple of RBIs and 2 runs scored. Also, Bianchina was on base 3 times tonight. And that is most of the offensive production for the Express. For Winchester, as we look at the final line score, they were only able to manage 5 hits tonight. Strasburg 6 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. And Winchester 2 runs on 5 hits and 2 errors. The number 2 seeded Strasburg Express move on, and the number 3 seeded Winchester Royals see their season come to a close tonight here in this winner-take-all game. Thank you for joining us. We hope that you will join Purcellville for the broadcast tomorrow night. It'll be game 1 of the North Finals, Strasburg and Purcellville, starting at 7 o'clock. Thank you for joining us. We'll talk to you again on Saturday night. It'll be game 2 of the North Finals, and we look forward to talking to you again. Strasburg wins tonight 6-2. They win the play-in game, and they're moving on to take on the Purcellville Cannons. That's it for us tonight from First Bank Park in Strasburg, Virginia. This is Kyle Gutschall signing off for the 2024 Strasburg Express and the Valley Baseball League.